It's still faster, it's just to shoot him.
How fitting, they gave me 10 arrows back.
That's probably for the best. You kind of want to have a few of those for Ganon's Tower.
Fair. So is there anything I left behind in that
There's
dungeon that I need to go and look for?
Okay, so you probably just went straight to the boss, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, leave it as one item, since there's where the big key was in the original dungeon.
Alright. Yeah, honestly, I keep forgetting, so where should my numbers at least be? I don't care too much about the maps, because I screwed that up royally earlier.
Okay, so it's one item in Eastern and Hera, it's 2 items in Palace of Darkness and Thieves Town. Turtle Rock we obviously haven't touched, the rest are empty.
Okay.
That 20 chest thing is Ganon's Tower, so we'll get there.
Oh, okay, that's what that is. I didn't actually know what that was. Okay, so both of these palaces are done.
I used to use. Well, we only got one left. Let's go beat up Mothula.
Oh wow, yeah, I guess that is the only one left.
We're cruising. Yeah. We got that lamp, and everything's just falling into place.
So I'm guessing the closest would be to use the Dark World portal near Kakariko?
That is correct.
Spatial awareness.
Yeah, this is the nice part about Rando. You get all your equipment, you're nice and comfortable, you just start cruising. You just go in dungeon after dungeon, just knocking them out.
It's just a matter of getting all of that equipment and finding the freaking lamp.
Oh, I remember my first dark room. It was the old man rescue cave.
Oh god.
I just wanted the same equip point. That was not too bad. There's like one awkward corner and then you're fine.
That is kind of funny that we're just leaving the old man stranded up there somewhere.
Oh, he'll be fine. He's been there for like, what, 20 years? It's fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
He's just gonna stand there waiting for the hero of Destiny to show up so he can exposition at him.
Well, we don't want exposition here.
Meanwhile, Bowser's terrorizing all of Hyrule.
Okay. Now to see if I remember how to actually get through
every
here.
time he dashes into a dungeon. Every time he dashes through a dungeon, he's just like, showtime! It still surprises me how Bowser's Inside Story managed to take a character who already has tons of personality compared to everybody else in the series and just magnified it even further.
Never actually played that one. I still want a legitimate Bowser platformer. That's what I want. Make it happen, Nintendo.
Well, so far the only one we got. So far all we've got is 1,000-Year Doors, Bowser segment stages, and Super Paper Mario's Bowser in general.
Yeah, I played as Bowser during that as much as I could.
He did seem to be the better character.
Pretty much. I said hands off!
Enemies got you. God, wall masters. I'm happy they're not in very many places in this game.
Oh well, there was a chest up here, so maybe I actually had to come up here, I don't know.
That's where the big key is in the vanilla version of the game. We got both items out of Skullwoods, so...
This time it was a small
extra
key.
keys at this point.
Oh, right. You just had me mark off the numbers, so I should have known that.
You
Oh,
end up
well.
getting it. I mean, it's fine. The small key helps if you end up taking a wrong turn. Because here's the funny thing about Skullwoods. You technically don't need any of the small keys that are in treasure chests if you take the ideal route.
Okay, we're actually in the proper dungeon area. Burned the proboscis or whatever the heck it is.
I have no idea. It looks so weird.
It's unsettling, whatever it is.
It's like, I know it's supposed to be a skull or something for after you burn it, but what's the thing that you're burning?
This skull just had a very big nose. Don't make fun. It's sensitive about it.
Why'd the bone catch fire?
Calcium is highly flammable. Cheese bombs, I don't know.
I've heard of having a greasy nose, but this is ridiculous!
The oiliest of T-zones.
Also, look. Ew. I tried to think, are there any more wall masters in this game except for the ones in Skullwoods?
That's like the only place I really remember them.
Oh wait, yeah, there's one on the right-hand side of Ganon's Tower basement. That's the only other one I can think of. That does make a lot more sense of why Skullwoods in A Link Between Worlds is just the Wallmaster dungeon.
Oh, yeah. It was, wasn't it?
It's like, wait a minute, that's why they're such a big deal. Yeah. It's so hard to think of the vanilla game these days. It's just like, my brain, it's warped by rando.
That would do it. That would very much do it.
It gets even worse because the mode I normally play is the entrance randomizer, so all the overworld entrances don't go to the right spot, and then I add key sanity.
Oh no!
So all the keys are shuffled all over the world.
Okay, we're at Mothula.
Alright, so the big thing with Mothula is, if you hit Mothula into the spikes, it does 0 damage, even the sword swing.
Huh.
So you have to try to hit Mothula so it either goes into one of the pole. That's why Mothula's such a pain in the ass, because the spikes negate the damage that you do to it.
That's real stupid. That makes no sense.
Yep. That's why the gold sword doesn't work, because the spikes do gold sword damage, and that's a 0 damage variable on Mothula.
That is very weird.
It does help you figure out how to fight him a bit more, though, because that way you had to kind of wait for him to not camp the edges of the room. Then get the swipes in whenever it comes down. It's such a badly programmed boss. The room is a pain. The spike problem is horrible.
Okay, Mothula down.
And it thankfully dies in 4 clean hits.
And he had the compass. Yeah, for some reason I didn't even think to just use the sword at first. I was trying to use the fire rod.
I mean, it makes sense. You were applying Zelda logic.
I want to burn the bug.
Honestly, in the vanilla game, the fire rod's the easiest. The fire rod's the easiest thing to use anyways, because you can stand at a safe distance and just shoot them.
Okay, so
Plus, it tends to cost so much.
I guess we have all the crystals now.
Mm-hmm. Just time to head up to the tower. The final dungeon calls. So there are 27 chests in Ganon's tower. 20 of them hold items.
That's a lot.
It's why there's a pretty good chance we're just going to crash into the silver arrows before we get to Ganon.
That makes sense. Watch us also somehow get the last 3 heart containers.
I'm sure there's at least one heart piece we've left laying around somewhere.
Because, yeah, I currently have 2 pieces of heart, so I don't know how much of what I'm missing is further pieces of heart, and how many are full heart containers.
You've gotten a lot of full heart containers. I'd be surprised if there's any left. Because there's 24 heart pieces in the game.
Yeah, it's weird. I almost feel like I've gotten more full heart containers than pieces of heart. It's weird. This has been a weird run.
At least you're nice and tanky.
That is true.
It's one of those things where it's just like, first time playing the game in a while, you're set. You've got the good sword, you've got the good armor, you've got tons of health.
Yeah, I guess that also is in the pile of stuff I'm still missing, is one more sword upgrade and one more shield upgrade.
Yeah. Although I kind of like the fire shield the best anyways. It looks the best, and it has the best purpose.
At least the one from Link to the Past wasn't the absolutely terrifying-looking mirror shield from the 3D games.
The one from Ocarina of Time is fine, it's just a very reflective shield.
Okay, yeah, it's just the
Right
Majora's
after
Mask
the
one is
Majora's
just...
Mask.
Ah!
Screaming face! It said Ocarina of Time has the kind of freaky looking suns that you use the mirror shield on.
Oh, yes, yes. Begin the light show! And we are invited to the Ganon party.
Wait, for Bowser.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, that's a sick lick. Come on in.
Okay, so... Bowser's... I called it Bowser's Tower. It's gonna be soon enough. So, which stairs?
Upstairs is where you head once you get the big key. Otherwise, the basement is your oyster.
Alright. Well, already one piece of heart.
I will say, the most I'll get for tips on this one is make sure to pick up pots, because there's keys every now and then.
Right.
And if you get to a room in the basement that has you choose between a left and a right portal, you want to go left, because you need to get to a bomb wall that you can see.
Alright.
Because it goes to a place that's called Random Room. Because it's a room that literally nobody goes to unless you're playing Randomizer.
Fair enough.
You're so close. You're so close. Do it, do it.
Okay, 2 small keys, 50 rupees, and the big key.
I guess we're just gonna go upstairs then. Nice route choice.
Should I just mirror back then?
Damn, this will just mirror back and start climbing.
Alright.
Because it's one of those things, the silver arrows are probably in Ganon's tower, but if they're not, the Ganon will tell us where to go instead.
He will tell us how to defeat him.
It'd be really funny if you said Hyrule Castle and it's just in that one dark room in the first dungeon.
I would not know how to feel about that.
On the bright side, all you'd have to do is just mirror from the pyramid.
True.
Death Mountain would also be pretty funny because the old man.
He will have his final revenge for our not rescuing him.
Alright, so you gotta make it through Ganon's Tower Gauntlet. We don't have any magic potions, so don't go too crazy with the magic. Although there's probably gonna be at least one room where you feel like using bombos.
Quit popping me back up onto the blocks. Just let me out of here. I'm a king, you will obey me.
It's like there's two ways to go about it. The screw it, I don't care about my health way, or the
right.
I guess I'll try to do it as intended way. So one thing I've learned about Garayas, if you grab onto a wall without holding any other buttons other than the grab button, you can move them pretty much freely.
Interesting. That helped a lot.
Yeah! There's many different strats for that room, but that's probably the easiest one. The game is intending you to use the statue, so you can, like, pull and tug on the statue and guide them that way, but, you know, similar concept. The Vimos ones are a pain in the ass, though.
Yes, they are.
Most I can recommend is to hold your sword out so you can move them sideways without turning them towards you, and best of luck.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, mimics are a pain.
They truly are.
Thankfully, there's a safety room coming up where you can restock on health and magic.
Yeah, I may need that.
It's at the far end of the hallway that we refer to as Ganon Cannonball Gettable C. The reasoning of which becomes very clear very quickly.
Oh, you guys are not the mimics.
Yep, just standard Igors. Those first few mimics are so awkward because if you don't have enough arrows in your quiver, you can get into a bit of a sticky situation.
Yeah, I had plenty of arrows, I just handled things very badly.
The Vimos room's an enormous pain, so...
It is. Okay, I think I remember how to do this. Is the safety room you're talking about the one where I have to rebound off these blocks and go backwards?
That is correct, yes. It is one of the only times where you were intentionally asked to bonk.
Yes, give fairies, please, thank you. We're not beeping anymore, we're good.
It's just like everybody's like in Randomizer, because one of the things with Randomizer is you can be asked to enter Misery Mire by bonking off the blocks at the start.
Oh, yeah.
So people always get that question of, I don't know what I can do. And they're like, do you have the boots? And when is Mire open? And people are just like, why is that in logic? Because the game actually asks you to do it a couple of times. It's a rarely used thing, but it's a vanilla mechanic. Oh yeah. No glitches required.
It is interesting when you can make it actually work for something.